Hi, everybody. Kate Eckley, your everyday metaphysician, here with you this morning. This is going to be a pretty quick video. I'm feeling a little under the weather. I've got a little bit of a sour stomach, and I wasn't sure I was going to go live at all, just because I'm not feeling all that great. But I haven't been live in a while, and so I thought I would just pop in and say hi to everybody. Thank you so much for those of you who are doing readings in the group today. Yay! Congratulations for being brave and for being willing to connect with your intuition and for being able to, be willing to support other people. So the theme for this week is, our theme for the month is how, making decisions. And this week's piece of that is, hello, whoever just joined. I don't have my glasses on. I can't really see. It's kind of a funky morning. So anyway, I'm just kind of going to go with it. This week's theme is, how do I see other possibilities to the choice or decision that I have to make? Because it is really easy to get caught up into this, these are the only choices I have, and we see one thing or two things or three things, when in fact there are myriad possibilities. And so the question for this week's reading is, how do I see more of the possibilities available to me? The first card I drew is the Two of Feathers. So we're on the computer again, so everything's backwards, so I'm always really confused when this happens. Okay, there we go, sort of. Two of Feathers. As always, the reading is from the Fifth Chariot by Martin and Teresina Bawkins. So feathers is the suit of emotion in this suit. And this card is called Truth. And that is going to be the theme for this reading, as you will see as we go through it quickly. Hello, whoever else just joined. The first thing about being open to other possibilities when we are looking at choices or decisions that we have to make is the truth that there are more than the limited number that we are initially aware of. There are more than one or two or three options. And accepting that truth is the first step. I know how easy it is to feel trapped by a difficult choice. I have been living a year of difficult choices, and I completely understand how difficult and scary that is. And so I want to honor that, but I also want to remind you that the universe is a much bigger, broader place, and we are never left with those one or two or three what appear to us to be the only obvious choices. The truth is that there are many, many possibilities. And some of those possibilities may not be the answer. They may be a step toward the answer. And that's all you need to start with. The other thing about this card, well, there's lots of things. And as I said, I'm going to keep this sort of short because I'm not feeling all that great this morning. But this whole card is kind of winter coming to an end. We've got the crocuses starting to pop up through the snow. And so as we entertain the idea of more possibilities, things start to feel lighter. It starts to feel less like winter and more like spring and more like things are opening up. And if you look at the center of this card where the peace pipes are, it looks kind of like a womb, this protected space in the center of the card. And that is where growth happens. And so, the other thing about looking at our possibilities and the truth that there are more than one or two or three is that that's where growth happens. And that we usually have to go deeply inside to become aware of those possibilities, because they may be part of our darker side, our shadow side. We are going to have to spend some time maybe in hermit mode, meditating, getting in touch with our inner wisdom, our inner intuition. And the other thing is, as we discover our truth, our possibilities, we need to voice them. It is the way that one of the many ways that we manifest things is by voicing them and putting them out into the world. So as you discover these new possibilities, give voice to them, whether you literally give voice to them, whether you journal about them, whether you put them into practice, whether you take active steps to pursue them. You have to put this new truth out into the world, because keeping it inside is not going to really get you where you need to be. As I like to say, meditation is great, meditation is essential, meditation is wonderful, but if you don't take the action based on the meditation, you're missing the point. The second card I drew is Cosmic Man. So this would be analogous to the Hanged Man in traditional tarot decks, though I much prefer this version of it. Basically, the Cosmic Man is asking you to look at things from a different perspective. So as you see the truth of more possibilities, your perspective opens up, and you become more willing to take that leap of faith. The possibilities that are available are ones that can allow you to step forward, to leap forward in a way that you never conceived possible. And being open to this new perspective. And often those new perspectives shake up our world in a big way. I mean, they feel like cosmic shifts. Those deaths of ideas and beliefs and perceptions that we may have held quite dear need to go sometimes, especially when we're facing, making a decision that either we don't want to make, or we're feeling forced into, or feels like it's earth-shattering. But know that as you seek the truth and speak the truth, your perception changes. And the perception of people around you changes as well. And the perception of you changes, which brings up a whole other set of things that we're not going to get into this morning. But as you open to possibilities, open to new perspectives. Because when you do that, the third card I pulled is the Chariot. Victory. The ease of moving through the waters of life. The sure knowledge that the choice that you made, the possibilities that you considered, the truths that you looked at will bring you to where you are supposed to be, no matter what choice you end up ultimately making. The other thing I want to say about choices right now is that while there may always be a more appropriate choice, or I don't like the word best and better, but one that might be more beneficial to you at any particular point in time, don't get hung up on picking the right one, the best one. Sometimes it comes down to picking one. Because whatever you choose is going to move you forward. And that's what you want. When you're sitting in a situation of indecision, of feeling stuck, of seeing that you have very limited possibilities, before you step into the truth of multiple possibilities and newer perspectives that those possibilities give you, know that whatever you choose, whatever possibilities you consider, there's victory. Sometimes it's simply the victory of making a choice. And sometimes that is the most amazing thing ever. Often, and even more often, it is the victory of that moving forward and where that takes you, and the opportunity to make more and more choices. So in closing, remember the truth, that there are more possibilities than you see, and that even in the darkness of winter, spring is coming. And be open to the truth of more possibilities. Change your perspective. Both seeing possibilities is going to change your perspective, and being open to the possibility of more possibilities shifts your perspective and opens up your world into a much larger view. And know that whatever you choose, it's right. The one thing I didn't do on this was the numerology. Let's see. Oh, I shouldn't do this thinking on my feet because numbers and I. So we've got 7 and 2 is 9 and 12 is 21. Is that right? 12, 13, 7, or is it 20? I really shouldn't do this in my head. 7, 8, 9, and 12, 9, 10. Oh my God, my brain, I think because my stomach's upset, I think my brain is upset. 12, 13, 14, 21, yes. So 21, which is a 3. That idea of community, that idea of connection. And for this reading today, that means with yourself, that communion with yourself, that community within yourself. As you go deeper, as you perhaps visit some of those shadow spaces. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry it was pretty short and sweet, but as I said, I'm just not feeling all that great. Take advantage of the folks who are doing readings in the group today. Dante's doing readings. I think Lisa is going to do some readings, and there might be somebody else. I can't remember. I looked just a little while ago. So take advantage, ask your questions, and give people the opportunity to practice and to be of service. And if you do get a reading, give feedback on the answer so that this is a learning practice experience for people. Hey, Erica, I can't even see what you said. Of course it's a 3. Yes, of course it is. I hope you all have a good day, and I will see you later in the group. Take care. Bye.